Hello guys, I'm mp3 and this is the Wizards post-game live. We've just hosted the Dallas Mavericks, the revenge game, and we took them down. Without Trae Young, I might add as well. Fantastic result for the boys. We'll get into it now. The game player of the game is Anthony Davis, and once again they did this prematurely. So we can just out a little bit. They did it prematurely. Give it him in the pretty much halfway through the fourth quarter. Bob Carrington, he filled in for Trae Young, the injured Trae Young. Now, first of all, as well, I will want to point out, I want to apologise when we rant about 2K not really announcing the injury. They didn't show him injured, although the sideline reporters did say, I've just spoken to Wizards trainers about Trae Young's injury. I didn't hear it. It's in my own little world. So they did talk about it, but yet they didn't actually show him injured or anything like that. But either way, he's out injured. Bob Carrington filled in as the starting point guard, and come up with 17 points, 13 assists, 3 rebounds, just 1 turnover. 13 assists to 1 turnover, which I thought was huge for Bob. Trey Johnson, 7 assists as well. But once again though, Koulibaly, he had 11 assists last game. He come up with 10 assists this game, 12 points. Keyshawn George, he's starting to really play well. He's 5 or 6 baskets. The only thing is, Champagne's really dropping off now. Over 5 from the field, over 2 downtown. He did have a couple of 3 assists, 2 rebounds. I was impressed with Watkins. Watkins filled in. I'll just move it off because you can see a bit better. Jamal Watkins, sorry. First game in this season for me. He managed to get 4 points. He was decent on. I decided to go with putting Koulibaly on Kyrie Irving. Not that they did a great amount of effort to change what he did, but he still ended up with 33 points. I've had this small forward basically on, but Watkins I thought did really good on him. I was really impressed with how he slowed him down a bit at times. Bagley's little revenge game as well after being traded. 13-5. The thing I don't understand though is that 2K, they're not really. I mean, they've got 2K's had this for a long time now, issues in season mode, and this will be my one and only rant for the game. Is that point guard domination has been a problem for years. It was like dribbling off your shoelaces out of bounds issues that they had for years, and unless you are spending money on VC, it's as if 2K they don't care. They do not want to know. They put out, because there's no competitor. It's like this: if you want to play an NBA season, this is your option. Either do it or don't. And that's why a lot of people play retro games, the PC versions. Shout out to NBA 2K Fadeaway. There's a lot of mods. He's still playing on NBA 2K16. And he's modding the game. So many other people, Sticky Fingers, so many in the community are playing on older versions with the mods, just keeping it going because it's a better gameplay. It's from a time where 2K had to focus on their NBA portion of the game. They don't have to as much now, so because there's no competition, which I'm hoping that does change. But back to the game, ran over. I managed to control the bigs for them, even though they really had Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington. He could have been way better, but this is the thing I will say with the 2K not keeping up with times on season mode is that Ryan Nemhard, Ryan Nemhard, he was killing it towards the end of the season. That's 2 games now. 2K, and I'm basing this as well off 2K's roster that I decided to modify days before the season started, this actual Wizards season. And I spent roughly, in hours time, I spent roughly 30 hours on updating every single player. I mean, this 2K's version of Ryan Nemhard on the PS4, of course, had no cornrows. You know, he was just like a bog standard creative player. Just little things like that. I mean, but he was playing really well, but he doesn't even crack the rotation for them. So it's like they're not the dynamics of how a player is playing in real life isn't being translated into their rosters. Sadly, it used to be. They used to really make a big deal out of it back in the day. I think the guy was called Bedford Roy. He used to do the rosters for 2K, and they got hired. Well, he did the rosters and then got hired by 2K, and they were on point. You know, you could not fault them. He might be still doing them, and if he is, look, bro, I apologise. I don't mean to be sort of, you know, against the work if this is your work, but there doesn't seem to be the focus on. I mean, this may be 2K's fault as well. It doesn't seem to be the same focus on the NBA portion of the game. Like, they used to have Desire doing strategy plays and all that good stuff, talking about how, you know, you can get the most out of play styles and stuff. None of that's there anymore. It's just VC, Bape, hoodies, Crocs, playing in Crocs, you know, kitting your player out. I know a lot of people in the community call it a dress-up Barbie game. That's where my stance will be on it. But I don't criticise anyone who plays it. If that's what you're wanting to look for, then that's perfectly fine. There's no harm in what you're doing. Me personally, I'm just a franchise guy. I'm an old school OG franchise guy. So that's just each to their own. I have no hate towards anybody who wants to play any other mode. This is just me. I just prefer franchise mode. And I know I'm playing on an outdated version of the game in the PS4. Hopefully things will change, though Sony has thrown a spanner in the works by making it more expensive. However, I am determined to move up to the PS5 this year. I really want to take on all dynamics of 2K27 on the PS5, so fingers crossed that will happen. Then back to the game. There was pretty much there was nothing really that they were doing to stop me. I had everything firing on all cylinders. Definitely for me, player of the game was Bob Carrington. They gave it to AD, 26 minutes, 89 shooting. He did come up with 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks. But again, like I said, I like the dynamics of Bub with the 13 assists, 1 turnover in his first start of the season. Alex Sarr played really well. But yeah, the news is Trae Young is not available for the next game. I noticed on the injury report, it does show obviously out, and then it goes to hurt. And then if you are coming back from an injury, I noticed it says recovering, so therefore he's playing. Yeah, I mean, I can play Trae Young. I could play him, but he's not going to be at his best. But I've seen, obviously, they've got this recovering. So I mean, like the Cooper Flag's now recovering, so he probably is playable, or maybe he will play the next game. Cooper did not play against us, which was a bonus, I won't lie, because we got the dub, and I'll take the W any game we can. I went back to playing a mixture of on-ball day and off-ball. I tried to stay off Kyrie if I can, because he's just too quick for me. My on-ball, as I've said many times, isn't the best. I like to normally play on ball D, but I found with this version of 2K on the PS4, as soon as you switch to your person who you want to defend with, there's a split second where you have no control over him. So if it's a quick ball move on hot potato, the man is already gone before you can even react, and that might be a PS4 issue, might be a slider issue. Just might be 2K issue, but either way, that's not normally my play style. Anyway, let's have a little look around the league. So we found out that next week, that's game 10 done, guys. Already 10 games in, sorry. We've got a tough week though. Only one home game next week. Detroit and Houston away. They are going to be tough games though. Then Brooklyn, you would think would be easy at home. but that could be the killer because it's always them easy teams that you don't get up for that. You know, they always catch you out. The following week though, three games on the road. Apparently that one's an NBA TV game, so that should be a big one. Yeah, we've got some tough games all the way up until Christmas. Bad looks of it. But yeah, that's the game 10 done. That's complete. The Wizards got the W. So there's going to be no Trae Young for this next game against Detroit. Let's have a quick look at the standings actually. Where would the standings be? League standings. Wow, Detroit only 8-2. So yeah, let's see how that one goes really, eh? But yeah, Wizards are 5-5, so we're a 500 team. So I'll look at the old power rankings. I don't really pay much attention to the power rankings, but yeah, Detroit at the top. So Detroit, then who did I say we were playing? Was it? Can't remember now. Detroit and then Houston. Let's have a look at them quickly. Where Houston on the old power rankings? Well, they're 12th. We'll bet we're 25th or something, or 20th. So, well, we'll see what happens anyway. But I'm mp3. That's been the Wizards and the Mavericks. And we will see you for the next game. Thanks for everyone stopping by, liking, subscribing. Thank you. I appreciate everything. Thank you.